Hi everyone, this is Melissa. I go by Stitching Liz here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and I hope you'll follow me in both places. It would mean a lot to me. So this weekend I am celebrating World Cross Stitch Day, which was officially yesterday, but I was working. And I am also sort of participating in the Common Threaded Stitcher for this weekend that they're celebrating. They're doing prompts on Instagram and they're encouraging you to do things that you like to do related to stitching. So I am doing a retreat for one. And I'm going to be sharing with you some things that you might do on a retreat, but it's just going to be me doing them my own way. So I hope you'll stick around and join me and have some fun with me. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a good weekend. This is my stitching companion. His name is Puppy. He's busy taking a bath right now. Okay, so at every retreat, everybody does a new start. So I'm going to do a new start, and it's going to be this one by the Witchy Stitcher. I'm not sure if you heard, but unfortunately, the Witchy Stitcher was diagnosed with cancer, and she's having a cancer battle. So there's a hashtag to support her, and I went and got this chart. It says, stay home, it's too peoply out there. And the hashtag is Stitchy for Witchy. And you can use that to show your support for the Witchy Stitcher and cheer her up as she goes through her battle. So I'm gonna put a small start into this today. I'm just gonna use black DMC. There's black work in this pattern and cross stitch. I'm just going to use black DMC, but I'm going to do it on this fabric. Isn't this amazing? I'm so excited. I have been holding on to this fabric for years. It was dyed by Fabrics by LJ, who no longer dyes. He was around a long time ago. So I've had this fabric forever. And the color is called Ariel, and it's a 14 count Aida. So I'm going to stitch on this, and I'll show you what it looks like when I am done stitching on it. I don't think I'll finish it, but I'll stitch on it for a little while and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, thanks for taking a look at my new start. Okay, so this is the part of the retreat that I know a lot of people look forward to. We're talking about shopping. So I went shopping a little bit before this weekend so that I have some things to open up this weekend. And I'm going to show you what I got. So a little while ago, Top Knot Stitcher shop, Abby, had a tremendous sale. She had charts on sale for $5 each and a lot of things for 20% off. So I got a few things and I'm going to show you what I got. So I got this chart. This is the Fragments in Time 2022. This one is number 2. Number 2, I have been eyeballing this for a while, but I kept telling myself, if you're not going to do all of them, you can't do any of them. But I changed my mind when I saw that the chart was on sale, and I got it. I love this one. I think it's so sweet, and I can't wait to stitch it. So that's one. I found this one. This says, my cup overflows with blessings, and it's got a bunch of like tea and coffee mugs around it. It's by Sweet Wings Studio. To be honest, I've never heard of Sweet Wings Studio before. It's called Blessings Overflow. And let's see, the owner is Susan O'Brien. I just thought this was a nice sentiment, and I like drinking my coffee, so the coffee cups really appealed to me. And I'm just gonna pull from my stash the threads and fabric. The next one I got is Pumpkin Spice Everything Nice. This is by New York Dreamer Needleworks. I have done one other chart by this designer. It was, I believe, Hot Cocoa and Cookies. It was like a Christmassy chart, and it was so much fun, really great. I enjoyed it so much. I love the fonts that she uses. So I'm hoping to do this one in the fall. And then the last chart that I got is called Let Me Not Forget, 4 Truths to Stitch and Remember. And this is by Lindy Stitches. It's 4 different charts that are different sayings. The top one says, right injuries and dust, benefits and marble. That one is the one that I really wanted. This one right here. I like that sentiment a lot. I was going through something at the time that I bought it that made me really feel connected to that saying. So I really got it for that. The other ones say, wish not so much to live long as to live well. That's this one. This one says, there are 3 faithful friends, an old wife, an old dog, and ready money. And this one says, a right heart exceeds all. And that's so pretty. And that's Lindy Stitches. So the last thing I got from Abby's shop, Top Notch Stitcher Shop, is a grab bag of Threadworks threads. It's 10 skeins. You didn't have a choice of what you got. It was a grab bag. And Threadworks doesn't name their threads, they just number them. Well, I think they have names, but they're not on the tags. So I'm just gonna show you them in the bunch. I've never tried Threadworks, and I was really hoping to. I've heard a lot about it. And I'm excited to give it a try. They're so pretty, the colors. So I got those. And then the last thing I got is from Amazon. I am a hoop stitcher, and I use the round hoops. I have a couple that I really like, and I have tried Q-snaps, but I just found them too bulky to hold. I just was very uncomfortable stitching with them. So I gave away my Q-snaps to a stitchy friend. But I have heard a lot about Nerge hoops, and I've been kind of desperate to give them a try. So I got a set on Amazon. They are relatively inexpensive. This is the set. It's 3 different sizes. The sizes are in millimeters, but this is a number 2, this one's a number 3, and this one's a number 4. I can tell already that they're a little heavier than I like. They're not as light as the hoops I use, so I'm not sure how I'll feel holding them, because I stitch by holding the hoop in my hand. The other thing I'm not certain about is I was holding them, and they're pretty flat, whereas the hoops have like a ridge or a lip, and when you hold it, you can kind of like curl your fingers around it. But this one, if you curl your fingers around it, your fabric would be in there. So I'm not sure how this will feel to hold. The littlest one is the easiest to hold, obviously, I guess. They screw open here, and then they come apart, and there are ridges that I think will hold the fabric really nicely. So I am very curious to try these out stitching. I'm excited that I got them. They are purple, which I love. And they came as a set with these free thread cards. So I thought that was pretty nice. So that is my shopping section of my retreat. Thanks for going shopping with me. All right, bye-bye. Okay, now this is the part of the retreat where you're welcome to my brag table. A lot of retreats have brag tables where you can show stuff you've done and finished that you really are proud of or like a lot. So I went through some of my old finishes, and I'm going to show you some of the ones that are pretty meaningful to me for one reason or another. Just a few. So I'm going to start by showing you this one. This one I actually have in a frame. It was a Dimensions kit. My mom actually bought it for me, and I did it many years ago when I first started stitching. So because I had first started stitching only a little bit before I did this, it was definitely challenging for me with all of the, it's not really too confetti-ish, but it felt like confetti to me at the time. I believe the kit was called Hang In There, like it says on the chart. And I'm really proud of this one. And it's one of my favorite finishes. This one is from Tiny Modernist. I believe it's called Spring Sampler. I love this one. This vine has multiple colors of green in it, separate DNCs. So I felt like I was so proud of myself for being able to get this done and do all of these little pieces. It was one of the first samplers that I'd done, and I did it on this hand-dyed Ada that I got, and I'm really excited about this one. I love the colors. There's this one. I finished this, I believe, at the end of 2020. It says, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." And this is by, oh boy, can I remember? Samsara Designs. And I used a toile for the word hope, so you probably can't see it, but it's sparkly there. And I really enjoyed doing this one. There are some French knots that are a little wonky, but I still feel good about them. And I love this fabric. This is 18 count, which I don't usually stitch on. I usually stitch on 16 or even 14. So these stitches look so tiny to me. It's so cute. And then this year, for my New Year, New Start, I did this Kathy Barrick. It says, "I myself am made entirely of flaws stitched together with good intentions." You've probably seen this chart before. It went really fast for me, but it's a lot of stitching. I really enjoyed it. The sentiment means a lot to me. And it's the second time I've done a Kathy Barrick as my New Year, New Start. So maybe I'll have to make that a trend. And then my proudest finish ever is this one, another Tiny Modernist. It's called The Last Unicorn. I love this one. It's on black Aida. I didn't find it hard to stitch on the black. It's got a little fuzz on it. I was still a pretty new stitcher when I did this, so this was a challenge for me, and I just enjoyed it so much. I felt so proud of myself when I finished it. It was probably one of the biggest pieces I've ever done, and probably is till this day. I don't stitch a lot of big things. So this one holds a very dear place in my heart. And during last year's Jingle Ball, I got to talk to Cheryl, the designer of Tiny Modernist, and I got to tell her that this was my proudest finish. So that was really fun. I felt really excited to tell her. All right, so that's my brag table. Thank you so much for looking at my past finishes with me. Okay, so here's an update on my new start, the Witchy Stitchers to Peebly project. I worked on it for about an hour and 15 minutes, so it's stitching up quickly. I always find that words stitch up a little quicker than some other things. I realized I needed gray for the hearts, so I found a gray for the hearts. And I think I might continue to stitch on this for a little bit longer before I switch over to a whip. But I'm really enjoying this. The fabric is so nice to stitch on. I like the color, and it feels nice and easy. It's not splitting. It's really nice fabric, so I'm really happy with that. So that's where I am so far in my new start. Really happy with that. Okay, quick break to do the laundry. And then we made a stop for a snack and a nice drink at Starbucks, which is just across the street. Okay, so now's the time that we go to the freebie table, which means that we're gonna do a giveaway to you. So I have 3 charts that I'm going to give away, and all you have to do is say the word that I tell you in a comment below the video, and you'll be entered to win the chart, and I'll send them anywhere in the world. So let me show you what I'm giving away. Hopefully you'll find something you like. I tried to do different ones with different kind of vibes to them. Please be over 18, and all of the things. Don't say giveaway in the comments, all of those things that everybody always says when there's a giveaway. Okay, so the first chart is called Lady Liberty. It's by Brenda Gervais, and this is what it looks like. So if you'd like to win this chart, just say lady. The next one is by Soda Stitch Designs. It's Anne of Green Gables. And all you have to say to get this one is Anne. Bonus points if you do Anne with an E, because Anne with an E is how Anne of Green Gables spells her name. But if you just say Anne, that's fine. And the last one I'm giving away today is by Hands on Design, and it's Let's Talk Stitching. There's the big chart and the little chart. And for this one, just say talk. So good luck, I hope you win. Thanks for joining the freebie table. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what I'm going to be stitching on for the rest of the weekend, for the rest of my retreat. I'm going to be stitching on The Wretched Sacrifice by Night Spirit Studio. I started this for the hashtag Stitch for Sage sale. Sage is the designer behind Night Spirit Studio, and like Meg, this designer behind the Witchy Stitcher, she has been dealing with a cancer battle too. So a lot of people got together and stitched under the hashtag Stitch for Sage to support her. And I've really been enjoying this project, but it's a very stitch dense project. This is where I am. So I've got this half done from top to bottom. And now I'm working on this half. And you can see I did this part, and now I'm working down the side. I'm leaving the devil character for last, just because it's easier to do the counting that way. Also, I think it might be more interesting to save, I like saving like people and characters for last and get the background done. This is on 16 count Barnwood by Picture This Plus. It's been a very nice fabric to stitch on. It takes me a while to get very far. There's a lot of counting back and forth, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'll be able to settle in and stitch with this for the rest of the weekend. So check my next update to see how far I get with this. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me for my retreat for one. It was fun to celebrate with you. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care.